Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start the demo. So we have Carmen Leskoviansky on the left side, Mathite Gardens,
Hi.
Ann Arbor, Michigan. Curator for how many years now?
I don't even know.
All right, good. And then we have John Eads on the right side, left coast Bonsai. Both students of Michael Hagedorn.
Yep.
Didn't do that on purpose; it just happened that way. But yeah, you guys are really, really good with junipers, so I trust you with this tree.
That's very generous, Evan.
But no more introductions. I'm sure most people know y'all by now. And I'll let y'all get into it.
Okie dokie. Hi, everybody. Well, I don't think I've worked on a tree with John since
Michael's days.
Michael's days. Maybe I don't know. I mean, even the expo. We worked on one at the expo briefly, very briefly.
But yeah, it's been a while.
So this is going to be fun. So this is called the Juniper Challenge. This is challenging, but those are the best kind of trees, I think.
Yeah. So let's talk just a little bit about how we approach a tree like this. Let's also talk a little bit about how we as professionals are approaching this in this setting. So a lot of times people will do a demo in which they'll fully style a tree out, and they have a really raw tree in the beginning, and then 4 hours later they have a fully styled tree. That's not how pros work. That's not how we work typically. We don't take a raw stock and then 4 hours later make a nice one, like a quote finished tree. The best way is to set the tree up for the future. We're making a bunch of foundational moves to set the tree into the next phase, but we're not going to have a tree that's ready for the show after today. So yeah, just kind of setting expectations about the kind of work we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because we're slow. No, that's
I've gotten faster.
So let's talk a little bit about how we would approach material like this. So this is a native juniper. It's collected. And so when we're looking for material like this, we're really looking for the best that species can give us. So junipers, when we look at junipers in the wild, we see a lot of twisting. Okay, so I'm going to talk on Sunday about creating junipers from scratch, and one of the things we want to do is we want to talk about twists. So
What are we looking for in a juniper? Deadwood. What else? Movement.
yeah, movement and twists.
Movement and twists. Yep. This guy has some really interesting deadwood. Some of the branches that are dead still have bark on them, so you can't necessarily see it very well. We're going to try to highlight some of that. There's not a ton of twists on this, but some of the ways that the branches move have some interesting subtle movements, so we're going to highlight that. And what else were we looking for? Twists, deadwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where we're going to be. We got a lot of really long stuff on here. So like John said earlier, we're going to be kind of setting this up for the next step. So we'll be setting some foundational wiring, doing a cutback, and then everything grows so fast here that you could probably do a second cutback later in the season and really start to push that foliage back in. We've got a nice big trunk, but it's going to look bigger and beefier and better if we get a lot of that foliage further in, closer to the trunk. I don't think we need to go so far as grafting, but that would be an option with something like this with really long branches if we needed to get foliage into a place where there wasn't any.
One thing I like to talk about when I'm talking about material is, especially when you're buying a piece of material or you're looking for a piece of material, I like to talk about going back to the last interesting thing. So we're looking at what's interesting on the tree, and then we need to either cut out what's not interesting, or we need to somehow make that interesting. So looking at this tree right now, what is the least interesting part of this tree? This is an interactive workshop. Yeah, this. Okay, and we're gonna wire that and put movement in it? No way. We're cutting it off. Okay. Now this juniper, we don't like Rocky Mountain junipers. We'll see long gins with long deadwood, but a lot of the southern junipers don't really have as hard of wood. It's not quite the same. So we're not going to necessarily leave long gins on here. Especially, what kind of gin is this going to give us?
The same kind of
Pretty
branch
long
it's
straight
giving
gin,
us,
yeah.
which is not.
Yeah. So for the most part, we're going to cut that off. And so our first process is kind of an eliminative process to go through the tree. We can eliminate some things fairly quickly that aren't going to be used either to become gin, and that kind of begins to like visually clear out the air so that we can really kind of see what's going on. Okay, we want to cut that off.
Yeah. Might not be the best saw in the world, but it is a saw.
Now it's even.
Now it's a worse saw. I want my money back. It's not that old. I showed up at a show where I needed a saw without a saw, so I bought a saw.
Now this does have. We looked at this tree yesterday. It does have a really interesting part here, so it would be nice to put that right there. But
Unfortunately,
yeah, unfortunately, it
that's
doesn't
not how that works.
work that way.
I'll peel some bark.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so then probably that's probably the one big thing that we could instantly take off. The next thing that we're going to think through is probably a front. Okay, we're going to look at the front. We're going to look at, kind of what gives us the best thing. So what are we looking for when we're looking for a front? What kind of details?
I know.
What are we looking for in a front? Lines, yeah, trunk line, right? Because we can't really manipulate trunk line. Yeah, and on junipers, we don't necessarily have much of a vase nabari, right? But we want to consider that. What else are we considering? Is this going to be a single trunk line or a multi-trunk line tree?
Single.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
It's gonna be kind of a flame style, right? So we don't want to line all the trunks up. That's what I'm trying to get at. If we have a multiple trunk tree, we don't want to just line them all up. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of playing, and this is the exact playing that we would do in our yard at home. We're gonna play around with this, just to look at different angles. And when we're playing with this, we go to the extreme in all the directions just to make sure we don't miss anything. So we're gonna tip it in every direction we possibly can in the extreme, and then we're gonna tip it exactly the opposite way in the extreme, and then we're gonna tip it in every way we can think of in the extreme just to consider every option. Okay, so let's go all the way backwards.
Okay.
One thing that you can't see is the back of this tree has a big shari line. It's a big dead chunk, which that doesn't negate this being the front, but just so you know where we're at here.
You want it in the center?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Maybe.
Okay, so here's an option. This is not without reason for us to be able to replant at this angle. What does this provide us? What's the biggest thing this tip gives us? Some more height, yeah, but what was the problem with this when it was laid down? It was coming into our eyeballs, right? So this gives us a view of the trunk without being in our face, okay? So this is a pretty good option. Now let's go the opposite way, which I can already tell you, right? It's not going to be the way we do this. We're not going to go that way because ultimately that's going to make it more in our face, right? So let's go all the way this way. I'm going to put it here. Okay. And let's go higher, double that.
And we're going to break the table.
We're going to break the table. I know, I even got the sturdy table.
Everybody watch your toes.
And then one thing you can do is just walk the tree, see? Then we're going to walk the tree. Okay, anyone see anything interesting in this direction? Okay, let's go the other way. We can sort of do this without, you can turn your head. It might be a little easier, but this is a good visual for.
Okay.
Okay, anything interesting this way? You like this one better? Okay, so what does this tell us? Direction, right? We get a strong direction out of this. Okay, let's turn it 180. So put it back down. And I think we can just scoot the cloth, you know.
Yeah, I'll take the tools. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. So we'll just scoot the cloth like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna rip.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That almost worked. Okay, so let's do this again. So here's our dead wood.
Okay.
Okay. Anything there?
Nah.
Goes away, right? It goes away from us. Okay, so one thing we could think about is doing this. Put me in
Back
this
corner?
corner, yeah. Okay, that's a little better, right? Okay, let's go the other way. You might not believe that this is kind of how we do it, but this is kind of how we do it.
This is really how we do it.
And often you'll find little surprises that you don't see, which is what happened yesterday.
Yeah,
Hopefully Carmen can remember what we found.
I can.
Okay, good. Okay, again, let's put it here if you would.
Oh, back corner. Yep. Yeah, actually, one of the things I tell people who are trying to find a front, I always tell them to turn it all, like put it down, make it a cascade. Can it be a cascade? What if you go all the way up?
Yeah,
What if you're
stand the
totally
cascade all the way
vertical?
up. Yeah.
What if you're all the way down? Sometimes it doesn't work. Usually it doesn't work. But sometimes there's something there that you didn't see otherwise.
Okay.
And sometimes that is the thing.
Does it seem like this from here to here is an option in any place that we've turned it? Does it seem like?
This makes it look a lot older. Like she's seen more of the dead.
Yeah, that is nice. Yeah,
It
yeah.
does
So
seem it's
so when we're looking for the front, sometimes we're having to kind of like compromise, especially on collected trees. Yeah, we have to compromise
I don't want
because
to compromise.
you know, we might have this, but on the other side we might have better movement. This makes the tree look older potentially, but you know, this or that. Now I don't know if anyone can see this kink in the live vein. There's a big kink here. So the tree goes up this way and then has a huge kink. This is in its way. So if we were going to utilize this kink, we would get rid of the gin to get it out of the visual. Okay, any other thoughts about this side?
You mentioned the flame look, and it looks more like a flame.
Yeah, I think the what's the biggest negative of this being the front? Everything's in the back, yeah. So with junipers, we can move things where we want them to be, but we have a lot of energy going that way, right? All the branches are going that way. This side of the tree died. All the energy is going that way. So I think in order to not fight the tree, we ultimately kind of have to go the other way. So we're losing this, unfortunately. We as artists will know that this is back here in the back, but we're losing it visually. Okay, so let's turn it back around, I think.
Okay.
And what's this? Is this our?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, so let's play just a touch more with this, and then we'll actually start working. Let's go this way with it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we're. Hold on, which way did we go?
this corner, right? Okay. So let's go up on
It's over here.
this side.
No, I think we're. Are we?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I know.
She really is always right. Okay, so we're going here.
I think so. Are we going all the way up? I don't remember. All the way up.
We'll go. Oh, we should you take a picture. When you figure it out, take a photo.
Hold on. We're not there. We're here. And then maybe a little more this away.
Okay.
Yep. Back the other way.
Well, it depends on where you're sitting in the audience.
Yeah. Ish. Ish. Were we gonna go forward a little bit more, or we can stay here?
I don't know. You're the one
I
that
don't know.
remembers. Let's go the other way.
The other way.
Put it in this corner.
Okay.
I just want to see it.
Yep.
Corner to corner. And I want it there, if you
Yep.
would, please. They could have given us a lighter tree.
But then it wouldn't be a challenge, John.
Okay. Any thoughts, anyone? This is interactive. We don't know what we're doing.
How interactive it is.
Yeah, it's really interactive. Good job.
I like the other side.
You like the other side?
What do you think?
Yeah, I hate to lose this little kink, but I think we lose the visual of it also.
If we take this out,
We
we might be able to pull, because there's a bit of dead wood right there. If we can pull that dead line
you're
into
right.
here, we might be able to show it off.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going
One more move?
back the other way.
Yeah. Do you want to leave it down while we're working on it, or do you want to?
No, I think let's
Okay.
at
get it
least for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's put it up.
Right.
Okay.
Last move,
This
maybe.
one, right? Go on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Okay.
Ish.
And then back. Let's go this way.
Or
Oh,
do you want it?
maybe not that high. Yeah.
Yeah, not that high. And then this way a little bit, so I can rotate.
Okay. That's that good. And then we're rotating.
Need to rotate counter.
Yep.
Nope, other way.
Oh, counter.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
I think we're still a little high
Yeah, I think so too. Where's our other pots?
under the table. This is gonna fall right off.
Yeah,
Sitting
good.
on the edge. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the middle-ish.
Don't use these if you're doing this job. Use
Yeah.
2x4s or something.
2x4s are better.
But this works.
The nursery got two.
And
I think we're from
yeah, and then
here.
go. I think tip the tree back a touch.
back a touch.
So let's go. Yeah, we're going to move that to the front corner.
Okay, front corner.
Okay, and then we'll just tip it. Oh, here, you might have to put it under that.
Yeah, put it on that side.
Okay. Job.
Yeah, right about.
Yeah, right.
I think
Somewhere in
maybe
there.
a little bit.
Yep,
more.
magical.
That's
The
close
magical number.
Close enough.
Okay, any questions about the process?
Do you have to move it that much?
No. This is the way to do it, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
You do this number and you walk around and you think, but
If you have a
just for your
turntable,
visual,
it's a
because
little-
we didn't want to make you all seasick.
No.
Okay, so what comes off? What can we take off?
About half of it.
We're going to take off a bunch of it. Where do we start?
That cluster of branches that's all pollinating.
Here?
A little further left, or right.
This here?
A little up. Down, no.
Here? This cluster? That cluster? You want to come up? You can come up. No point. This is interactive.
This one. Branch here.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dead. We're going to take
All right.
this one is also dead and straight. See that one there? So we're going to take that one out. So,
It's dead. Can I break it?
yeah, it's totally dead. This one is.
There we go.
And then
Dead.
this one.
Now it's really dead. We need a saw.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of encourage it to break.
Yep. This I want to pull it down more too.
So I'm going to go this way with it.
Yeah.
So maybe the little saw. Okay, now pull it down.
Towards me.
Yeah. That's like get through there.
Yep.
We really want to do the deadwood without having tool marks. So we want to work the deadwood. We want to try to work the deadwood to not have tool marks.
Yeah. I want to break this one lower too.
And again, these Ashe Junipers, they don't really have a lot of gens that last a long time. So when we're working with deadwood on trees, we want to read the tree. If the tree species If the tree species will heal a wound, we mostly want to heal it. If the gin will break off over time, then we're just going to we're going to break it off now because we want to keep our design over time. Wait, you broke this one off. You weren't supposed to break that one off.
It was a key piece of the design.
Okay.
Was.
Yeah, and we might need to take this one off a little deeper, just depending on what we find.
Yeah, my
in the
thinking
hole.
is that from here
Yeah.
we can peel,
Yeah.
and we'll end up with something of maybe about half that. We don't really want anything long, just real stubby. That way you can see kind of this kink here. And there's a really nice spot right here where we could do a little bit of carving and really see this pronounced live vein.
With other juniper species, shimpakus often will clean the bark off clean, but in these needle type junipers, we'll often leave the bark on to denote age. Okay, let's start figuring.
Yeah, this is gonna take all day.
Yeah, this is hard. Pretty funny. After all the talk of it being not hard, it's hard.
It's pretty hard.
Hardwood. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna strip a little bark. Juicy too. Wow.
Oh my concaves. Yeah.
Yeah, they're there. When I'm peeling these, I really like concaves. Just grab a little chunk and roll. But you can also use gin pliers. Which I had out already here. Yeah, she's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So hopefully we're starting to get a little bit of a visual.
Yeah. This thing is dead. I think it can probably come down fairly low, but it doesn't have to happen right this second. What about this? This dead? That's dead. That's dead. That's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that one,
That
this
one.
whole thing might go too. I don't know. We
Oh
got
yeah,
little-
there's not very
there's
much
not
on there.
but
is there?
let's take this side off and then.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Or rip it.
Yeah.
Do you want a cutter?
Nope. I want to try to rip it out.
Ooh, that's nice. Then the really fun thing to do, if you have a lot of time on your hands, is come in with a tweezer, and you just peel all these little fibers for hours and hours and hours. But it looks really good
It
when
looks
you're
really
done.
good when it's done.
I mean, it takes a long time, but it's faster than 100 years of like natural decomposition. So it's how I gave myself carpal tunnel. The juniper looks so good though.
Okay. Now, when we're wiring big, we're going to do a little bit of big wiring. It's going to be a combo of we only have aluminum. On a big tree like this, we typically would use copper, but we'll use some guy wiring. We'll do some big wiring. You know, we can kind of test on the stuff we cut off. It's not a bad idea to test how flexible it is. So in the real world, you can see how flexible. So it's not super flexible before it breaks. So we're not going to be able to bend much that's that size. So that worked, except that pulled the shari line. I mean the live vein. So we're going to have to kind of be careful when we're doing this, but we can move it that much. And honestly, with the raffia and everything, that would probably be fine. So that kind of gives us an idea. So take something you cut off and just see how flexible it is before you start bending. That gives you kind of and cut this thing off deeper.
You know this?
Yep.
if you are going to mess around with carving your juniper deadwood by hand, do it while it's wet if you can.
Yeah.
So right now we're peeling some stuff that was previous alive or very recently dead. It's really easy to peel. It's going to get a lot harder when it dries out. So there's a window of time after you do this where you can get in there real easily and make some really pretty deadwood before it gets difficult. Rip it.
It's funny. I grew up in West Texas. This is like the smell of home.
Aw.
These these cedars. I mean, it's like a salt cedar sort of smell. Okay, I'm gonna come in from this side. Very different than a Rocky.
Yeah.
This is what we work
Yeah.
with mostly.
Yeah, Rockies don't smell lovely.
Cat pee, is that what they smell like? They smell like cat pee.
Yeah, they sure do.
Yeah.
I got cats, I know. You got cats.
Okay.
You know. All right, I'm going to shorten these guys too.
What we're doing right now is avoiding the real work,
Yep.
which is most of what you do as a professional.
Looks cool though, doesn't it?
It's avoid the real work. I didn't come with my big boy toys today. I came with the little.
Needle ones.
Really, what I want is a huge pair of pliers, but that's okay.
Can you imagine if there's a pair of pliers? It's like
I know. Like Jaws of Life.
hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that. Oh, that's dead. Wow. That was a good snap.
It's also interesting to read like before we start cutting, dead stuff, just see how the tree naturally does its dead wood. And on this species, pines typically you snap and you get this really weird jagged snap, but this species does also. So that's why we're snapping. If it's dead, try to snap it off rather than carve it off.
Yeah.
You get a lot more natural look.
I don't like that. I'm just gonna take that out. All right.
Anyone have any questions? One thing, especially if you're cultivating junipers, but this can also run true for collected junipers. If you run the shari line down into the root system, a lot of times you'll end up with a rotted out place. A lot of times old junipers will have a rotted out core right at the base. So what we like to do is just stop, ever so slightly of the actual dirt, so that there's a tiny part of that stays alive, and that will keep that core from rotting out all the way into the soil. I should be able to keep up with my own tools, but
Nope. It's fine. Just grab whatever.
my big pair of scissors there?
Here.
Here.
Yep, right there. Your saw is so much better than my saw.
Yeah, I know. I love that saw.
Okay.
Wow, such a thick cambium. Super thick.
Yeah.
real juicy right now.
Hit in the face.
All right, we ready to just do a little wire?
I'm trying to figure out like what the plan is.
Uh-huh. Water break. Develop the attack plan.
It's hot here.
Yeah.
I looked at the weather back home. It's
Michigan.
35 degrees.
Yeah, Michigan, Oregon, we're not hot. We don't do
I'm
hot.
used to
Although I
this.
grew up in Texas, but I left and maybe
We'll
won't
see
go
this
back.
in June, but
Yeah,
not
exactly.
yet. I'm not acclimated, so. I think this is gonna have to. I don't know that we can do anything with this.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do very much with this either.
So we talked about grafting. Grafting's an option. I don't usually graft native foliage back onto a native tree. We often will graft Itoigawa or Kishu onto native trees. But you can back graft onto native trees for foliage sake.
Well, especially if something like this where you have a lot of the foliage that you want, you just have a couple places where it's not there. Rather than doing an entire changeover. This looks kind of cool.
Wow. It's kind of
And what a compliment, right?
what a compliment to yourself.
Kind of cool.
I guess you didn't grow it. So.
I didn't grow it. But you can see it a little better now without all the stuff, right? It's starting to become clear. That's almost dead. So we'll make it all the way dead.
This tree has borers, which is really typical in the rocky trees. This backside was actually killed by a borer.
I was
looks
looking,
like.
I saw a lot of holes.
Yeah, there's a lot of borer holes. So if you live in a place that has borers or you use collected trees, we recommend treating them
Yep.
because they are pretty dangerous.
Yeah, they'll kill a tree real fast.
Yeah, real fast. And usually, some things like aphids or some diseases you can tell before it's too late. But borers, you can't really tell before it's too late.
Yeah, by the time you see the damage, it's already
It's
already done.
already dead. So if you're doing junipers or live in places that have borers, we recommend treating, which I think Dave covered earlier. Oh, the breeze feels good.
Good old IPM.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
You want to come look at this?
Yeah. Let's look at it. I'm getting secretly minded, obsessed with this.
I know, it's really easy to fall into the
Gem
dead
stuff.
wood. Okay. Over, down and over. Take it off.
Yeah.
Keep this, keep this.
Yeah.
Shorten this.
Maybe we need to go back.
Huh?
Well, just playing with the angle.
Yeah, because I keep looking at it from right here.
Yeah.
You want to rotate it a little?
Well, I think just let's kick this out of the. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, try it.
Just a touch.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah,
Shall I shorten?
So far out.
Or should I leave it long?
No shorten.
I'll probably shorten it again. I'm just starting here. This one, shorten it? Leave it. We might want that.
Yeah.
Is this too straight?
Yeah. Is it dead?
No, it's got a tuft,
Oh, it's got a tuft.
but it's way up here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too straight.
We'll take it. Take it.
Yeah.
Man, demos are a lot easier when you're working with somebody. You don't have to make the decisions. not all the decisions, sorry. It's much easier to share the decision making. All right, shorten,
Yeah, shorten.
shorter.
Yeah, we can pretty much, yeah, exactly. I think we can pretty much do that across the tree.
Should I go further?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far right now.
That's interesting. That branch is interesting. So go higher.
Just put my dead stuff out.
Go, yeah, go there on both of the
Here?
big ones. Yeah, and then there on the big one. Yeah, somewhere in there. And then maybe tip the one on, yeah, that one and the one to the right. Yeah.
And so what this is doing is we're stopping that extension. It's going to start putting energy back into the stuff closer to the trunk, and then also back budding. It'll give more energy to all these little guys in here, which ultimately the tree may become built from these with some of the structural stuff we do today in place, but some of what we do today may end up coming off in the future. Because it's long.
Yeah, it's long.
Short more? Leave it for now. We already talked
For
about
now,
that.
yeah.
Okay, this one. That's real straight.
Keep tripping over my own deadwood here.
I can come down. Do we need it? Because we got this. This is more
That's-
bendy. This is more bendy. Do we want any of this?
I just don't think we're gonna be able to use it. We've got this one behind it and
Yep.
this one above it. So
All right, I'm just going to shorten it
Yep,
here,
yep.
and then we'll mess with it later.
we're so glad at the end of the day this is not our tree, you know, if we kill it or whatever.
It's going to be fine.
Call Carmen if there's any issues. She'll answer the phone.
Yep. I have that millennial problem of not answering the phone.
Oh.
It's a big problem. What about this thing? What are you doing with that?
Probably here-ish.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's little stuff back here.
So one of the issues we have with especially collected material is it's not only is it not very flexible, but often if you have dead wood, that makes it even more brittle. So only half of this, so we can't really manipulate this too much because only half of it is alive. So the ability to bend it is pretty low.
Material like this, we can't really determine an overall design plan at this point. Just eliminating stuff that we can't overdo.
No, we're gonna do some structural layout, but the padding that we do today, the layout of the actual foliage, will probably change over time and become more compact and pushed further in. But the branch layout where we wire things, they'll probably stay about where we put them today. So you'll get an overall idea of the design, and then, it'll just mature over time. Yep. Scrunch it in. This we're bending over there.
Maybe. In Japan, often they'll separate the live vein from the dead wood and move the live vein. It's not something I've ever done, but
I did it once last week.
it is definitely something that.
It's my first time. I think it worked. We'll see.
Luckily, the juniper is pretty resilient, so the answer is yes. You can do that. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take this way back. I don't know if we're gonna need this at all, because we have this and we've got all this. But do we? Oh, maybe we do. Keep it long.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think so.
I'll just leave it. Okay.
Keep it long. Okay, we're going to take a tiny intermission.
All right. I like it.
Oh, here.
Ay, ay, ay. How bendy is this?
Yeah.
Do we want to bring it through here or under? Probably under
Under it.
rather than through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Behind
okay.
and under.
I think we might be able to guy it. I don't know if we'll have to. It's pretty bendy. Feels a little bit like there's a weak point here. We can do a wrapped wire. Bring it over. That's going the wrong way. Goodbye. All right, wrapped wire there. What do we want to guy?
Yeah.
Wrapped wire here.
Need to be careful with that.
Yeah. We'll have to guide that. This one.
I can't speak for all professionals, but I think hobbyists and professionals alike have the problem where often you'll stare at something for something and then you go away for a week and then you stare at it again and then you go away for a month and then you stare at it again and then someday it hits you. So just know that this is a common issue even professionals have.
Speak for yourself.
What's that?
Speak for yourself.
Right, exactly. Well,
I'm
I will
just
speak
kidding.
for myself.
I'm just kidding. I do the same thing. What do we want to do with this? Maybe just to here.
No, it's pretty strong.
But it's got a cool twist. It's got these guys.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put a wire on that back because
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing there.
Yeah, great.
Big one. Bigger. How long do we have? Are we going till 5 or till
5.
6? Ah, okay.
What time is it right now?
3:43.
8. We go till 8. Yeah. Till they turn the lights off at 9.
I'm gonna set that up there. Oh boy. Okay. Hold on. You put this wire on, it's gonna be real hard to get off.
Yeah.
So typically, we mentioned earlier for conifers, we use copper. It gives you a stronger hold, less wire, more bend.
Sorry.
That's all right.
That wasn't the big spider that was on the table earlier.
Thank God. Guys, there was a spider up here.
It was a beast.
It was so
Never seen
big.
a spider like that.
No, that was scary. And I like spiders. I didn't like that one. Anyway, yeah, usually we'll use copper. You can get a better bend with less wire. It hardens as you work it. Aluminum, if you bump it once you set it, sometimes it'll move.
And when we're doing structural wiring, especially first-time structural wiring, don't hesitate to use double wires.
Yep.
So we'll go. I tell people, on material like this, it's pretty stiff. It doesn't matter. But if you've got a really tender species, something that resists wiring, you can like step down a number and double wire. So instead of putting a 4 on there, step down to a 3 and put 2 wires. And that'll make it a lot more calm. You don't tend to cut in very bad. You don't tend to break as bad. Because sometimes putting that 4 or 4.5 or even 5 on it just becomes too difficult for the tree to handle just the application. So here I'm going to put one wire that just is giving me inner power, and then I'm going to add another wire to
Inner power,
inner power.
outer power.
And I'm not buying the wire, so, just use as much as you want to. We do have this. I think this is 7. I've never applied 7 aluminum before. We do have some 7. Go longer.
It's a little smaller. So the downside to working at a public collection, which has many, many benefits, is I don't get to do a lot of this work. So I love coming here or going other places to clubs and stuff and getting a chance to do this. It gets it out of my system so I can sit for 6 weeks and trim azaleas. Anybody here planning to go to ABS in Asheville? All right. I probably won't make it, but a tree from our collection's going. So you'll get to see one. Yay.
When is that?
My birthday.
Oh. So rude.
4th. Yay! June 4th to 7th.
That's your birthday?
Yep. All of June.
That's right.
Start at the 1st. And just keep going till you're tired.
Which you should never be tired.
No.
Everybody take home a juniper piece. Okay.
I can't tell you. Every time I demo anywhere, I'm always wiring above my head.
You're always wiring what?
Above my head.
Above your head. Well, yeah. You work a big tree.
I'm going to let you
That's
finish
it.
that one.
Okay, sounds good. Here, do this one.
Okay.
And I think we can do these.
Oh, this is like...
And then maybe this one. Junipers aren't known for back budding, but in this instance, they will give us these little inner tufts, which is essentially what the tree will be built from.
I need longer.
Yeah, it's amazing. These are so long.
Okay, this is probably too much.
That's all right. We're not buying
Yeah.
wire.
Yeah.
That was a great thing about apprenticeship. We weren't buying wire, so just use as much as you need.
That's not really how
Now-
it worked.
Now that I'm buying wire,
Now you understand
now I understand.
the frugality of it all. Especially copper.
Yeah.
Expensive stuff. So much easier than a Shohin. Gosh,
Right, big open.
I can just,
It's like a ponderosa
I can do
pine.
cartwheels. Sweet.
Ponderosa pine is nice to wire, but
Yeah.
it's-
Big wide circles.
Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do a bunch of fine wiring today. Again, because these branches may not be our final design. We're mostly just trying to get stuff set. So doing fine wiring is maybe not in the ticket today. Although we will do a little bit of it.
Oh, that breeze is nice.
Yeah. See, you just learn to appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna double this up.
Yep.
It's not doing anything. Oh, it's better.
Okay, what do we need to wrap in wire?
I don't know if we need to wrap anything. Oh yeah, I didn't set. I just.
No, I'm not either. I'm just seeing if we need to add a wire.
Oh yeah.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I might add one right there.
Yeah, it's a little weak. I think we're just gonna guy this. This maybe stays the same, but there's all the foliage going. I'll do these.
I really love this. There's some
That's
weird
fun.
details in here. I love
Yeah.
that little thing. So we're
Yeah,
gonna try
there's
to-
a lot of really small movements that are really, really nice.
Try to tighten that up a little bit. Roots, very good. Wow. That's okay.
Yeah, I might need to wrap this one too.
Yeah.
It's all right. If we got a wire on it, we can just wrap over it and then.
That's all right. I don't think we need to. It's pretty young.
Let's get another one. Oop.
Seven.
Are you using the 7?
I'm gonna use the 7.
Yeah.
Just mostly because I can.
I don't know if I've ever used 7.
I have not ever used it. Sure.
Ever used a 4 copper?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I've used a 4. I've used a 6.
Although. Step away from the 7. Yeah, doesn't need it.
Let the blood flow back into my arms for a second. Questions? Concerns? Feelings?
Does this tree have an apex?
It will.
It does
Eventually.
not right now. But it definitely will. And where's the apex going to sit? What's the flow of the tree currently?
You can't,
Left flow
you
or right
can't get it
flow?
wrong.
You almost can't go wrong on this one.
Your right or our right?
Oh, there's a good question. That's a man that knows how to ask questions. Yes. It is your right, correct? My left. So,
Yep, that's
and is it currently a fairly strong flow or a weak flow? Strong indicator or a weak indicator? Strong indicator. And so what does the crown typically do in a strong indicating flow? Where does the crown sit in proportion to the weight of the tree?
I don't need this much.
Yeah, it goes off of center to counterbalance the flow. And the stronger it flows, the more off center the crown goes, so the tree doesn't feel like it's doing this, right? So where's the crown going to sit in the tree then? Yeah, a little bit left of the trunk. So we'll quickly redefine at some point where the actual
Yeah.
front is.
Trunk's gonna sit to the right of the trunk. Right?
We're going to redefine what the front is and how hard the flow is, and then we'll make that decision. Carmen's apparently going to make that decision.
Oh, well. I'm just curious if there's another vision, because
Well, yeah, we might need to turn the mics off for a second. I don't know.
fight it out.
We work really well together.
Oh, yeah.
Step behind the screen real quick. Good, good, good. You're gonna guide those.
It's yeah. This is gonna need to get guide, even though it's got a
Yeah.
double wrap on it.
Yeah. I sure wish that could be right there.
I bet you it could.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't think you can.
I don't like to fight.
Those could go over there.
Yeah, that's where they're gonna
This
go.
can go over there.
That's why I wired those
Yeah.
to be there.
What did you see that made you want to pick up the 7.5? And what changed when you put it down?
That's a good question.
I'll be completely honest. I couldn't figure out how to anchor it because all I have to anchor it on is this wimpy little thing, and ultimately this is a pretty young branch and it's quite flexible. This is our crown, in my opinion. This is how we're gonna build our crown, probably. Or what Carmen's working on.
Oh,
At any rate, this
whatever you wanna do.
can't be sticking straight up. It's either going to be a branch right here or it's going to be a crown. Either way, it's got to be moved pretty dramatically. So I need a big branch on it. Thought I would need a 7, but it's quite flexible. So yeah, no need for the 7. I just doubled up the 4 or 4.5, whatever that is. Okay.
We should each get a piece of paper and draw what we think.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna-
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Wait a minute.
But I thought.
No, I'm just the wiring monster.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was Michael's worst apprentice
That's not true.
because I had absolutely no idea what I was doing when I started. I had only been in bonsai for a few years. Everybody else came with experience.
I wouldn't say that makes you the worst apprentice.
Well,
Well,
I do.
okay.
The least favored. He told me one time.
What?
No, I'm joking.
Like,
For those that know Michael, he's a very sweet human. He would never say that,
even if you thought it.
even if he thought it. Wow. Any? See,
I'm so sorry. He would.
wait, is this on record? Are we on record? Right
Yeah,
now?
we're being recorded right now. Somebody is FaceTiming him right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Who wired that?
The
I did.
worst apprentices. Yeah, Carmen and I are number 1 and number 2 from the bottom.
Well,
I won't say who's at the bottom, but
boy.
least likely to succeed. No.
Yeah, apprentice superlatives. This is gonna get weird. Okay. Before I do anything with these, I want to figure out what we're doing.
I know. I love this branch, but yeah, I love this, but this is all wicked. But same as the one we cut off, it was wicked where it needed to be wicked, or not where it needed to be wicked. You know?
Oh wait, I'm seeing it differently now.
What was that? Somebody say it looks good? No, I didn't think so.
No, not yet.
Well, we're done for the day. Thank you all so much for coming. Really appreciate it.
Bye. All right.
We're gonna take it back to our hotel and play with it. All right, let's find our front and really define our tip.
Yeah.
And then we'll start setting and figure out what the.
So,
Whatever
are we going this way and coming back this way? So everything goes here, but then the crown's over here.
I think so.
Okay. Yep, I see that now.
Okay.
I was originally going to go
All
kind of all up and over, a la whatever that new style they're doing out west is.
The new West style. No, we're not gonna do that.
Good.
Okay, So let's get our front, I think. Set our front.
I keep looking right,
You love that right there.
but I gotta. What do you think? Hmm?
We'll see where this goes. Is that all dead? No. That's just a bore.
I think we could use this if we're coming back this way.
Going that far though.
Why not?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
alluded to that earlier.
Ooh, what if we went? That's not gonna work. I was like, what if we go up and then bring it back down?
We're both students of the school of whatever the opposite of Hard Knocks is. The Michael School is a gentle school of bonsai. We don't typically break branches and bend them over. Not that we have not done that kind of work, but
It's rare. It's
it's
pretty
pretty
rare.
rare for the Michael family to go hard on stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Juniper can tolerate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've done other things. Instead of like breaking the branch in half, we'll channel out something and like on the underneath side, and then move it so it's kind of a hidden.
I think let's take that off.
Yeah, I think that's got to come off. Ooh, that'd be a cool rip too.
I don't think you're going to.
No, it's all.
But I think let's get it off. I'd love to break it off.
Yeah. We need maybe if we could we saw it down the middle
Yeah.
to make it smaller and then rip it.
That's what I tried to do over there. But
Yeah, it's too big. It needs. Okay.
Okay, what you got?
I think if we lose this, we're gonna have too much space though. Well, that'll grow in. We could keep this. We could get rid of this, and we could like keep parts of it that are gonna bend in. I just really like that branch. Probably one of the hardest design lessons to learn is when there's something about a tree you really, really like, but the design will be a lot better if you get rid of it. It's only happened to me a couple of times. Usually I try to incorporate it, but fine wire that.
Okay, I wanna sit it down on the table.
You want to set it down on the table?
Yeah, just to play with it a little. Just before I start styling. Well, totally smash those pots in here. Yeah, I think it's that way. Essentially how we held it. Okay.
Okay, where exactly are you seeing your front?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about that. Some not.
Are you going straight out of here? Or are you going?
No, I think I think I'd be inclined to let it down a little bit and put it kind of where you've been looking.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there, and maybe, so maybe go either up on this corner or down on the other corner to touch. So just, let's go straight on here with that there.
This
The
was
big
where
one, no,
here?
the big one.
Middle?
Yeah.
This poor table.
Yeah. Somewhere in there, I think. So let's turn it on the table. Like that? Yeah.
It's almost falling off the back.
I know. It's like it's a little bit too big for the table.
Once you get into this position,
Mhm.
obviously you can mark it down. How do you document the angle that you're not going to replan it?
Uh-huh.
We've got two, and they're straight up. When they're straight up, that means it's at the angle that it's supposed to be. Because if this comes down, these are going to be not quite straight.
Yeah, the other thing, let me show you the even better.
Oh, the plumb bob.
Yeah, the plumb bob.
Plumb bob.
We employ Bob.
Give him a plumb.
We pay Bob.
Bob gets paid.
So this is how you do a plumb bob. So you're going to hang a wire, and you know the less it hangs, you know, the less it's draping is better. But then you're going to hang a fishing lead weight, and it's going to touch the. So a thicker wire would be better. I mean, really thick wire, just so you don't tend to bump it. We'll put it right there. So we'll hang a plumb bob from the same gin, and it'll hang, and we'll move the wire to touch the exact thing. And then when we go to repot, then we have the plumb bob. We can rely on the lead weight to do that. So that's typically how we do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then also a bunch of photos.
Yep.
We'll get a camera up in front and we'll take a bunch of photos, and then when we go to rearranging in the pot, then we have the photos in front of us. But this is pretty reliable until you accidentally bump it. Well, that didn't work. So we have a backup of a backup of a backup. And we don't have a plumb bob, so.
And the styling will look kind of funny until it's at the right orientation.
Yeah.
That helps too. Yeah.
I'm not settled. I'm just not.
Okay.
I can't.
That's fine.
It's like rolling over in a bed or something. I just can't get. Let's go up only this high. Can you go here?
We might need to scooch the whole thing
Oh, yeah,
forward first, so we don't fall off the table. There you go.
Okay, and just 3.
Yep, right under the corner.
Oh yeah, just in the middle's good. And let's go actually this corner, please. Okay, and then I don't want it to only one high, maybe there. Just give us a hint to forward.
Mhm.
Pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a small change, but I think that's pretty good. Okay, so where's our crown?
I'm staying out of this one.
Shoot. Okay.
I'm just kidding. You want me to?
Okay, so I'm pretty settled finally. Our front is somewhere between right here and right here. Okay.
He's really settled, you guys. He's so settled.
We've
It's
settled.
somewhere
Look,
in
it's
this.
right there. No, we've settled, I think, and since we've settled, then we're going to refine it by looking at a couple of things. We have an acceptable front here. We have an acceptable front here. So how do we decide what's the front? The front, the real front. Now we're going to start getting into the minutia of what's behind what we want to really see, what's coming out, what's getting hidden. So from if you're standing right behind me, the minutia of these two branches are lined up. Okay, maybe they become gins. So if we move to here, we line up where you guys are sitting. We've lost this, okay? If we move too far over here, then the tree is probably falling that way, okay? So we're looking at some minutia of, okay, do we want to see this hollow? We want to look into that hollow. We talked earlier in my session, sometimes when we have design elements, we don't want to be too on the nose. Like, we don't want it to be like, hello, I'm a bend. So, you know, seeing the hollow but not feeling you're going to fall in the hollow is probably nice. So this is kind of somewhere in here is pretty nice, I think. If we go too far over here, you lose the hollow, and this branch hides all of that interesting deadwood, right? So I think the pin that Carmen pinned is pretty dead on, okay? I think that's pretty dead on. And I'm only just saying that because I like Carmen. But yeah, it's pretty great. So then we have to start answering questions. We are a right flow. We have a lot of, we don't know what's happening to what. This stuff is fairly far forward. So, you know, one thing would be to roll it slightly and kind of move our front. So let's play a little bit with that.
What are we doing?
We're gonna roll it this way, just a touch, just to play. That's 2 on the nose. Is that 2 on the nose?
I don't like it.
Well, you don't like it?
From here to here?
Oh, no, just look at
Oh.
asking questions, okay?
Yeah, it's a little on the nose.
We're trying to be interactive with the crowd.
Yes,
Okay?
we're very interactive.
What is this solve, even though this might not be our front? This stuff then becomes flow instead of in the head. Yeah, so, okay, but yeah, that maybe isn't the right way to do it. Unless you go really hard. Carmen.
Really hard that way? Okay, but what if what if it was
We love interactive
but
stuff.
what if it was a cascade?
Well, I don't. That ship has
That's
sailed.
maybe too far.
That ship has
I
sailed.
don't think it's gone.
No,
it's
I
coming
heard it.
around.
I heard it going out of the harbor. Ship is gone.
It's gone.
Okay, yeah. I just have to answer the question before we get too far. Too far. Too much. But these are the questions you have to ask.
I mean, that's not
Say
a.
again.
It's juniper. You just hide it.
Say again. Well, yeah,
Well, it's not style yet.
we're not styled yet, so we luckily with the juniper we can move all of that.
I mean, because you could go.
Oh, you could go all the way cascade, but
That yeah.
how's
You
Evan
could, but then you dump everything
how's
out
Evan going to put it on his bench then?
carefully.
Okay, back to your original front. I'm happy to go with your vision. Yes, what do you see? Yeah. That one. Yeah. Yeah, in this orientation we have some problems to solve, for sure. So again, this is like, okay, we solved this problem, but we've created other problems, right? So again, with collected material, sometimes we have to play with, we have to dance with the one we came with, you know?
That's rude.
No, that's a country song.
That's all dance with you.
Oh no, she said she didn't want to dance with me. Okay, here, would you grab this?
What are we doing?
Going back down to you win, okay, you win.
I don't know if I'm convinced anymore.
Uh-oh.
You gave me too many options. So I'm reconsidering.
There's a famous shoe salesman in New York City from the 20s, I think. He would only let you see 3 shoes at a time because people would get, you know, they would
Because they
just get
pull a
overwhelmed by
Carmen
the
and-
options. Yeah, exactly. So you could only see 3 options at a time. So I fear I gave Carmen too many options. No, that's good. Let's do it. Okay.
All right, we won't tip it all the way over.
Again, the ship sailed. I heard the whistle. Oh gosh.
I think that has to go lower. I think we gotta tighten this
Yeah, we do.
more, way more.
We do.
Maybe bring it from over
I
here.
think we have to.
Yeah, that's the
we have
wrong
to wire
spot.
it down somewhere.
Yep. Alrighty, what am I doing? You convinced me about this being the crown. It's
Well,
called
you win.
compromise, John.
You win and I win. How's that?
Terribly fair.
Dave, I'm curious how many of this kind of thing you've done in your career, styling in front of a crowd. How much of this have you?
No idea.
You don't know, but you've done it a bunch. It's a pretty common thing that people like to get pros to do. It's maybe
That's a indoor challenge.
this. Thank you. Yes. This is a challenging piece. It's leggy and it's very outward. So this one's tough. And again, this one is going to be really nice in 8 to 10 years when it back buds and it becomes something that we can really cut way back. Because obviously it's 3 or 4 times as long as it needs to be.
Yeah, this is real crazy. I'm not sold on this.
Sorry to throw you in a hole.
That's fine. I'll just jump out with my amazing height.
That's right. Claw your way out of here.
Do you ever still get confused about how to put the wire on the tree?
Oh my gosh, all the time.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me.
I don't know how many times in November when I start wiring trees, it's like, how do I wire a tree?
How do I put this on
How
so
do you
that it's
supposed to-
parallel?
Yeah, how are you supposed to wire again?
I think we might need to wrap these front branches. I can't get a solid enough bend on them.
Yeah.
I could just break it.
Just break it.
I'm gonna break it. So this is lower than this. Are we guying this down?
Gotta
Or
wire it, maybe.
hmm?
You said go wire it?
Yeah, we could. Or we could lift this up. We could just get rid of this.
Let's look at it.
Because then we could scrunch this in and bring it right here. Cut it off. Sometimes you have to wire something before you realize you don't want it.
So let's leave it. This is kind
Yeah,
of
it's-
interesting.
Yeah, that's a
So
good
we'll
movement.
pull it out here maybe. And then do it halfway and we'll break it. Yep, that's good. Broke the wrong way.
It's perfect. That's why we're not using copper.
I don't know how many times we would wire at Michael's. He would have us wire the entire tree out, and then he would cut after. So we would wire the entire tree out, and then he would cut half of it off, and it's like, okay, thank you.
Yep.
It's the life of the apprentice.
Okay. Let's go. That's what I was. How far do we want to go out? Because you could scrunch it right to here if you wanted.
That's what I'm playing with. How far I
Okay.
can get it in.
This thing.
We want to go out way out here.
Ooh.
I'm gonna leave it. What's it called when you have a
Who's a what's a? I don't know. There's not-
candy cane? Is what my word, well, the brain says, but
An S?
no,
C?
no. It's like
A
when
shepherd's
you have
crook?
a treat that people can look for, like
Oh,
an
an Easter egg.
Easter egg. I'm gonna leave this as an Easter egg right here. This curl here.
I like it.
It was already there. I just tightened it up a little bit,
Right.
and it's my Easter egg.
'Tis the season.
Oh, you're right. It is a season for Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Japan a year ago for Gakuten, and then a few months ago with Carmen Kokufu. And one interesting thing that I was talking to Jonas Dupuy about was there were some really weird things on the trees in Japan, and we realized, just in talking, we realized that, 50 years ago, we might have chosen to cut the weird branch off, but age it for 50 years, and it's like, okay, that's actually kind of interesting. It just needed some time,
John,
Weird branches that would do this, they'd go back into the tree, and it's like, okay, that would be the first thing we'd cut off in workshop, anything that goes back into the tree, but it would go back into the tree and then out, and it's kind of, okay, that was kind of interesting.
will you look from the front and see how low
Oh, yeah.
you go? Should I bring it to this, or should I go the other way?
No, it can go quite low.
Lower?
Yeah. I think there-ish. Yeah, there. Is it guide? Did I not guide in the back?
You did. I thought that I didn't realize you would re-guide it after I'd guided,
Oh.
so I'm re-guying it.
You guide it?
Re-guying it.
Okay, yeah, good. Do it.
Guying it.
Looks
Right
good.
here? Should I go in the back?
I go in the back. Just to
Okay, well,
hide it.
I have to read it.
We want our work to be pretty, don't we? Not just functional.
Right.
That's what I was heading for. It's too bad.
Still don't know what to do with this thing.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel the same way about all three of those.
Yeah.
Cut them off.
Eventually, we won't have anything left. That's what they tell me. This one. Okay. This feels more usable. I guess we could bend this down and then eventually cut back to these guys. John, can you look at this?
Yep.
How low do we want this? Because I like that branch. Should we guy it low?
Maybe guy it low and back to that stub that we made. So before we do that, let's.
From here or from here?
I don't know.
I don't think this is going to bend.
No.
This might snap
Yeah.
if we do it, but I think we can do it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tape it?
No.
Right.
We don't have time.
There's no time.
There's no time.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this.
This is a really interesting thing to do when you're trying to bend. You can either use the plier to grab the wire and do your bend, or the other way that they do in Japan a lot of times is you hold the branch steady with the plier as you make the bend, so you hold the branch in place as you're making the bend. I typically bend the wire with the plier, but
Can I borrow a plier?
You
Bend
can.
the wire with the plier.
a lot of times in Japan they teach to hold the branch steady and then make the bend. So that's what I'm going to do here. I want a really tight bend right here.
I'll move.
Oh,
I'll move so you can see it.
I actually have a garbage concave that I actually love even better because I can I can grab the whole length of the wire and dig that in and then make the bend. So I have a junk concave. I don't have it with me today, but so I'm gonna use my pliers. But that's the best tool because I get a full length of grab that I can dig into that wire. So I've added a little twist here.
Ooh, that's nice.
Just so we have a couple of options for shortening branches. We can bring the branches to the viewer. We can bring the branches away from the viewer. We can bring the branches down, or we can crunch the branches up. So we're going to kind of use some combination of all of those today or shorten all of this before we can ultimately, cut into here after we have some back bud. Use pliers or cutters?
Wire cutters. Here, will you tie that off
yeah.
when I get it
We want
to
to
a
clean
point?
this up first.
I don't
Let's
know,
at
do we?
least take bark off. Yeah. We are professionals after all. Actually,
Oh.
it feels really nicely, man.
It's got your finger.
Growing. Oh yeah, don't concave my finger off.
I'll
I
do
don't
my
have very
best.
good
Here, I
medical leave at my job.
Yeah. Oops. I mean, that's wonderful. I meant to. Great. Wow. That's better. Was that
Did
convincing?
that rip?
Uh,
As in, did we want that to rip?
yeah, we do.
Okay. Yeah, we do.
Ooh.
There you go.
How far should we go? Oh, it's gonna.
Wait.
It stopped by itself. I love it when it does that.
Okay.
Here, want me to?
Yeah, well, I want one break here real quick. I want to think about the break.
Okay.
Give me a tiny little undercut, like right here, with a saw or a concave.
Here, you do it. That way, you'll get what you want.
Yeah. So I made the cut in the back so that I can favor the tear in the front to the viewer. Give your big plier. Your pliers are nicer,
I don't know
bigger
where it
than
went. I'll find it somewhere. I think it's probably under. Oh, I don't know where it went. That's not it. Get a wire on that.
It's easy to make sharpened pencils when you're doing chins.
Yeah.
Just trying to make sharpened pencils. That's good. All right, ready? Listo.
See.
Is that where you want it? Just putting it here to grab that wire a little differently.
Yeah, no, that's fine because it wasn't quite working because we
I
wanted
think
it.
you need it here more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had tried it up here and then it was not really working. But yeah, we probably need it there. Okay.
That's where we need it. You maybe sneak it under the wire right here
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
here.
I had made a gap.
There. What's that?
I had made a gap
Yeah.
for that. There's a gap right here.
Yeah, I can't quite get in there. Okay, ready?
Every time I pick up a wire. Okay.
I think that's gonna bend to there. That's a good already here though.
That's as far as you're gonna go without breaking it.
Okay. Okay, you're good.
Uh-oh. Pop this.
They break.
Oh. I don't, did it? Something. Oh, because it seemed to pop back. What's that?
That's the I
okay.
had too long. Of a
Yeah,
good
like-
word.
More.
More. Okay, you're
More.
calling the shots. If you need to make a real extreme bend, sometimes you can make the bend and then wait a couple minutes and then make the bend again.
Oh. Here, we're breaking it a little. That's okay. Won't go any further.
Okay.
Perfect. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you with that. And then I think just up. Boop.
It's too much.
It's huge. Should we shorten it more?
What's that?
Should we shorten it more?
Yeah, I think it's shorten.
Okay.
We'll jump off to one of these.
Normally we would wait for something back here to be a little bit stronger, but this is just ridiculous. Yes, I'm putting 3 wires next to each other. If I hit copper, it's what I have. That's not good. We got 20 minutes. If we don't finish tonight, we can just keep going tomorrow.
What do you mean don't finish tonight?
Oh yeah, we'll finish tonight. We can do this.
What do we have after this? Meet and greet? No one
Think
wants
so.
to meet us. I mean, look at us.
We met him.
We're all sweaty now.
Gross.
Oh, we're fine. I'm feeling okay.
I think it'll come together very fast. If you bring this forward, I'm gonna bring these forward.
It's going this way.
Like that. Let's go there.
Typically, when we're styling, we'll always kind of try to start at the bottom, set our key branch, set our low branches, and then we'll begin filling the crown in.
There. There you go.
Okay, let's set our. What are you working on there? Let's get our crown.
Just a front mini crown.
Oh gosh,
What?
the front mini crown. Huh?
Yeah, the front mini crown, obviously.
Obviously, they all have those.
Yep. Yeah, let's set the crown. I concur.
Okay.
This might not work, but that's okay. We'll cut it off. Does it work?
Okay, you hop down when you get a chance and look. I'm gonna put some stuff in place, and you give me your opinion.
And I can see how funny that looks.
Okay, this branch that I'm working on here. Do we need it?
I gotta stand up here. Sure. Okay, that's better.
Do we want this here or here?
No, I think there is good.
Front stem.
And that's a back-ish. Where's
Yeah,
the
I
tippy
mean,
top?
The cup
Because if the
crown?
tippy top's gonna needs
Yeah,
to
the
be
crown's
more
here.
forward. Okay. Yep.
I think the crown's
yep, yep.
here.
Mhm.
This is crown. This maybe goes that way, actually.
Yep.
This is crown.
Actually,
Oh, no actuallys at this point in the game.
I mean it's a good actually. I
Okay.
think it comes down and it goes over.
Okay, so this is kind of back branch. This is kind of back branch.
Yep.
This is back branch. Does this need to come here or go back?
You're good.
Okay.
The furthest back one needs to come up a little bit. There you go. There you go. That's better.
Okay, this.
Oh, that. I can't even see that. This is
I think
in
it's
the
just
way.
going to flow in on top of these.
Yep.
Put a wire on
Sorry
that.
for blocking your view. It shall be unveiled shortly.
Okay,
Okay.
this is coming here.
Yes. Just so if we get rid of this, do we want this to kind of eventually fill this space? Because right now this is right in front of it, so we got to do something. My thinking was like we can keep these and get rid of that, or
What
we can,
about
like,
just
way
go all
lower
the
it.
way back?
just
Yeah.
okay. Yes, this was the mini crown. This doesn't work. I've got to fix
I
that.
don't know what to do with that. Weird, that one.
If you pop the crown over here, could this become part of the crown? It would change the whole
Okay, so
flow.
this-
But then everything over here doesn't really make sense. Maybe then this.
Oh, that goes that way.
It's such a big bend for something in the back to come all the way front. Oh, hey, that looks pretty good, actually.
Wow.
Why is it going that way?
I'm just
I know. I'm just screwing with you.
setting,
Okay.
resetting.
Yep. Trees love that. Okay, yeah. We gotta cut this off, lower this, bring this into here, lower that. Okay, so you see where all that is?
Yeah.
This shorten,
Can't see of the.
well, I'm wondering, does it come over here?
See,
Or when
I
this,
just can't see from the
when
back.
this goes, does it come in here
This maybe.
with this? Or, don't break it. All right, am I cutting this off?
I don't know. I think so.
Can I I'll at least cut back to here. That way there's something in case we decide we want it.
Great. Stuff's itchy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yay. Perfect. Look at that. Wow. Awesome. That's better. I think, John, I think we're cutting this off too.
Hey, I'm not looking, so you just do whatever you want to. Hopefully the iterative process is insightful instead of just
Obnoxious.
obnoxious. And the collaboration process, you know, for us, I think it's very interesting to work with another person, but it's also like your ideas, my ideas, you know.
Yeah.
Which is fun, but
Actually, I think I want to.
can be challenging.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw it differently for a little while there.
But we still see it.
I think we still do.
I went with your vision. See, I think you were thinking we're going with my vision. I'm going with your vision.
Uh-oh. You got to stop. I stopped going with my vision a long time ago, John. With my vision, we need a lot more branches back on this.
Joking.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? Do I cut it off? Do I leave it? I hate this. I hate this.
Living thing.
But I like this.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And I like this. So maybe we get rid of the center section. Keep these two little guys. Get
Okay,
rid of that.
Do it.
Okay. Good thing we wired it.
You're gonna keep this? Yeah, but you'll
Oh,
rewire.
I sure am. I was gonna accidentally cut that off.
I think our design is sinking slowly as these pots compress. The design is slowly changing.
I have to just keep reorienting all the pads constantly.
Yeah, right. Just ad nauseum.
Well, slower now. Well, slower now. Well, slower now. I'm gonna have to rewire that branch. Should I leave it? I'm not gonna leave a stub. I'll leave a little stub. Yeah. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. It's so hot.
Yeah, I can't saw.
It's the worst sawing I've ever done.
Stopped being able to saw.
An hour ago. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta
I
rewire.
have to wire that.
Yeah, it helps if there's wire, doesn't it? I need it. I would get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it eventually. Oh, wire. That's just what I need. That's too small. Ooh, more wire. That's perfect. This is not a thick enough wire. I won't redo it. I thought it was just right. Okay. Try again. I'm gonna cut this off. Maybe. Yep. That's better. Actually. I don't know, Evan.
I don't think so. I think it's just going to go into the collection here. I mean, it's not going to survive today, but you know.
It'll survive. Ye of little faith. Shorten that.
Are you doing sessions with this tomorrow? No.
Maybe we should.
This is it. I'm not working on this tree anymore after about 10 minutes from now.
Okay.
I need to rewrite my contract. I need to see the tree. Let's see. Let's add a wire to this thing.
Yeah, I don't know if this works. This is challenging. Do we want this to go? I think we need to bring it. Look at the front. Look at the front. I've just been standing in front of it. Does this need to come into without poking your eye out?
I think it wraps around that, no, the other side of it, and then goes.
Here?
And then goes to the right.
Okay. Is this too low?
No. Yeah, let's put a wire on that.
Yeah, this branch doesn't work now, but I don't want to get rid of it. We need it. All right, you want me to wire that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, we do this real quick.
Yep.
Tie it to there.
Okay.
Okay, ready? I'm
Yep.
gonna bend down. Okay.
There?
Yep.
Let me get around here. Good,
Okay, great.
I think. It's not moving, is it?
No, don't see anything.
If you can fix that,
What's that?
I don't know.
This thing? Oh,
This.
yeah, that's your problem.
Thanks, John. We keeping this whole thing?
I don't know. Couldn't have to. Someone give me the time.
4 minutes. John, quick.
Nothing like working under pressure to do your best work, you know?
Yeah. So if we tip it forward a little bit more,
If we tip it forward.
a little bit more.
Yeah, suppose it.
There. Those are going to be the same thing for right now. Well, I was thinking if we tip it, we might be able to pull this down and use it.
Okay.
And then we could, or we could use this as a front branch. Ow, what do you think about this?
I don't know. That one's puzzled me from the very beginning. So almost feels like it has to come off.
But if it comes off, then what do we have? That's got to come forward more.
Yeah, so pull on that if you would.
Yep. Let me undo it. Okay. Push. Push more.
Height.
Okay. Try that. Okay. I don't know if that's the wire's not long enough. It's not going to stay.
Oh.
I can do it differently. Hold on. Let me undo it and we'll redo it.
Yeah.
Okay. Again.
Yep. Maybe not the best place to tie that. Maybe not the best place.
Nah, that's all right.
You good?
Yep, I think we're good. Still moved a little bit, but it's all right. Okay. I don't want to get rid of this because I really like it. But oh, I could. It's such a nice branch.
Appreciate that, David.
So generous.
So helpful.
Yeah, we might just have to open this whole piece up. Come look.
Let's put it out for a vote. For those that came this far with us, what do we do with that?
What are we doing with these?
Go all.
At this point, that ship has sailed.
What do you mean?
You know what? This is kind of a nice front.
Shush. Thank you all very much for staying. We really appreciate it.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I want to try cranking it down. Are you really done? You're done? Okay, I'll figure it out. We'll think about it. We'll be here tomorrow. We can come back. This yours? This mine. All right. Anybody? Yay, nay? Cutting it out? Okay.
You said it yourself earlier.
Well, I listened to John. You gonna look at it? If we roll it a little forward, we could maybe. Is this too wide? If we bring it over here?
Or stand in front.
This is an eye poker. That doesn't really work unless there's foliage back here. I think we gotta cut it off. It'll open up all of this.
It's wild to build the whole tree off of that. I mean, the problem with knocking both of these out is we'll have live vein here,
Mm-hmm.
but we're gonna have a big dead here.
Yeah. We'll
Knock
have
'em out.
live over here. How about this?
You're not joking, are you?
I am joking, but now I'm not.
No, you're just trolling.
Yeah. It's fun. We could try pulling it down. And if it doesn't work,
Where are we pulling it to? Over to the left.
just down. Not that one.
Oh no. Just gonna see how stiff it is. Yeah, it's probably
really
just half of this is dead. Hello.
Well, I'll do it.
That's the live vein part. Who's laughing? Stop laughing. You told me to do it, so
I did.
I'm just gonna do it here. Help
Do
me.
it.
Help me. Come over and help.
Hmm?
Come help me.
Oh. Okay. What are we doing?
I'm gonna sneak it in between there.
Ooh, okay. What do you want me to do?
Take the foliage from me. Okay.
Got it.
Yep. We're just gonna peel it.
Mm-hmm.
Never done that before. So this is peeling the live vein off of the dead wood.
With our combined experience,
Okay.
we've done this one time. Right. Let go.
I don't know if that helps.
Well, it's not any worse.
Sure didn't hurt.
I think it's too far. I think we can go up here.
What did we do? What? Can you look there?
So wait, is this a right flow or a left flow now?
Oh gosh. Look here.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of makes me want to cut this off and use this as this top branch here.
Can you hold this for me, please?
Mm.
I think that's obvious. And then I'm gonna make it.
As obvious, yay.
Yes. That's
Yeah, then we got to rotate the front. And this can come over here. Help.
Okay, let's take that big obnoxious. Can you step to one side or the other?
Nope. Yep.
Let's see this.
Right there. That way tied in.
Let's take this off first.
Saw? Right here. Maybe here, because this is a cool twist.
Yeah,
If we could.
I think we're gonna take it off right here.
Okay. Want me to just hold this here?
and tear that down a little more. Okay, and then set this here.
Onto that.
No.
Right. I'm not holding I'm not even around it. Okay. Do pliers? Where those pliers go? There we are. Okay. Yep. Wrong way. Yep. We'll lower that.
I think if that does that and then sits here,
Should this
it'll look pretty good.
come off, or is this a
I
top?
think that comes off.
Yep.
And then we shorten that.
Yep. Oops. Leave that one on.
Pretty bizarre. I have to say, as stressful as some of this stuff is,
How short you want this?
I think let's cut it and break it. So let's go cut the back right there halfway through. As stressful as some of this stuff is, I was just thinking the other day how, like, how grateful I am that I get to do this kind of thing. You know, going places, visiting people. It's such a weird experience, you know, like, I used to own a pizza restaurant, and so I went, 10 years ago I was doing pizza full time, and then now I'm doing this full time.
It was really good pizza.
Such an odd experience. Not that anyone should really listen to anything I have to say, but it's interesting to get to talk to people about the thing too. Okay, I'd say let's add a little water to these.
Yeah. What about this is going in a weird spot.
Yeah, I
You
know.
want to bring it?
Now that things have,
Should we bring it through here?
now that we've kind of changed everything that we believe in.
Is that a weird spot? It's kind of a weird spot.
Maybe.
Should we go back here? Should we just leave it where it was? Weird tree.
Weird tree.
Wire.
What do you think, Blair?
Wire. 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 Wire.
Okay.
Almost there.
So, Carmen, the one that's coming a little bit, I think take that.
Yep.
And I think you're right that one that's really long comes forward. That one. Yeah, right there. And just sit it kind of above this. Yeah.
This is upside down.
Yeah, this got twisted.
Well, I don't think that's right side up either, but
Okay, any final questions? I think we're kind of closing in on both the time and our energy level. Any
What do you
final
mean?
questions as we? What's that? What do you mean?
What do you mean our energy level?
I'm going to giddy up's what I mean.
Johnston.
Giddy up.
This could use a little more wire, but
Yeah, let's.
we'll
do
get there.
tiny
Oh,
bit more.
tiny bit. Okay, tiny bit more wire. Tiny bit more wire. And questions, comments, feelings?
Oh, I have a whole.
I got a whole lot of feelings, but just kidding. This is the wrong. What am I doing? John, what am I doing? Thank you.
Oh, good. The sun's going down.
Phew, finally. What do you think about shortening this a little bit?
And let's push it a little to the right. Yeah, and then down and down to the right.
More?
Keeps kind of moving back.
You can guide it.
Yeah,
I'll
that's the
tighten
one.
it.
That's where we want it.
Whoops. You have a thin piece of wire?
Second?
You have a thin piece of wire?
No. You just guide.
And you just clip it on. I don't even think you need to guide it. Just clip it. That's how you know you're a real professional. When you use wire cutters as a plier.
Yeah.
There.
I had a chunk of sawdust in my mouth half an hour ago.
Yum.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I really do appreciate anyone that stuck through the journey here.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm gonna tighten that.
Starting to get there, Sosa? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I will lay it in bed late at night for the next week, thinking about this tree and all the things that could be done to it and whatever. This is just this will haunt me for a week.
I'm never gonna think about it again.
That's probably the best mental health.
I'll think about it tomorrow. I still think about that tree, Dave, in Seattle. The black pine. How's it doing? So, how is a snappy black pine? No regrets though, just curious about it.
Yeah.
Okay, just readjust this. Huh. Yeah, this is a.
The back looks nice, doesn't it? Because that's the part I was working on.
Oh
You're working
my
on the front
god!
here.
I know it was a.
We had to cut all your work off because it was so
It's
bad.
fine. Yeah, that's what it was. No, we were designing two different trees for a little bit there, I think. That's hard. hard treating and then doing it
Yeah.
with 2 levels of eyes.
Sure,
You're way up there.
I was having to step down to see the tree from your level. I had to be all the way off the stage to get down.
I know. I stepped off the stage to look at it, and I was like, I can't see anything.
Nice spot.
Yep. Yeah, this is nice. I would love to play with the deadwood on this more.
Yeah, that's what I want to come in and clean up some of these deadwoods.
Mm-hmm. Should we shorten these at all?
Yeah. One more little wire and then I'm done.
Giddy up. How many shorten this too? Should we let this run? You shorten it. It's gonna tip it. These are nice scissors.
Thank you.
I like these.
Best scissors made right there, Okatsuni's.
I like them. I don't usually like big scissors, but these are.
They're
They're-
powerful. They're sharp.
They don't pinch you.
They don't pinch you.
Very nice. All right, get a pair.
Yeah. Someone gave me a pair and now I import them from Japan because I won't sell any other brand now.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's dead.
That's all.
Yeah, I saw it's totally dead. That's- No, that's fine. It was not a good saw. I gotta talk to a guy about a saw. Tell him to get better ones. I know a guy.
You do it, buddy.
Ugh. That's nice. I do kind of like it.
You like the other front? Okay, we're gonna turn it around.
No, I think I still like that front better, but
Will you play with the crown while I talk? The sticky uppy piece, move it just a little bit to the left and down. And then the big piece, bring it.
hold on.
Roll it. So we're gonna roll it up just a touch. Roll this down. Okay, let's look. I'm gonna block the camera. More to the left. The whole. Let's roll the whole.
This is so
yeah,
straight. Can we
We're gonna roll that. Yep.
crunch it
Yeah.
and then we'll have to?
Let me look at it.
Yeah, I think if you bend it right now. Yep. Or zip tie.
This front, make it go down quite a bit. Front
What?
right.
This
Yep, that.
down,
Uh-huh.
all of it.
Yeah. Let's go like this. Bend it from here.
Get an angle on it. There you go. That's nice.
We maybe need to guy wire the whole thing down a touch. Yeah.
Okay.
Although we can just retie, huh?
Yep, you can just tighten it.
Yeah, I think it's slid up.
Yeah. Do you have pliers?
Yeah, I think you moved it.
We lost all the pliers.
Let me grab from here.
Am I going backwards?
You started. You're gonna get from
Yeah, you did. Ultimately, will you shorten it once this stays? Would you shorten this below
Get it out of the way.
so it's not crossing?
Yeah. Okay. Game's over.
Yep.
Why don't you look at it from down there?
I can't see it if I'm down there.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's good. Let's go down. Yep. Okay. Done.
Anticlimactic.
Da-da, da-da-da-da. Juniper challenge complete. Where's my badge, Evan?
I think we completed the level. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure we got the gold.